we've seen many improvements such as make your life as a developer easier. Cascade layers, CSS nesting, light and dark mode, scroll-driven animations. They're all making building UI significantly easier and also more attractive.
From scroll state queries to scroll-driven animations, there have been a lot of new scroll features that have landed in the past few months, which make it possible to make carousels just beautifully interactive. This brings me to a new type of media query called scroll state queries. And I'm so thrilled to see this feature landing because it solves a lot of previously really hard to build and manage UI state linked to scrollers. There are 3 types of scroll state queries that let you apply styles in new ways based on a parent element's state. There's stuck for sticky elements, there's snapped, as in snapped in a scroller, and there's scrollable, which tells you if there is overflow.
When talking about animations and transitions on the web, of course I have to mention view transitions, a feature pioneered by Google and since then standardized at the CSS working group. With view transitions, you can have a smooth transition between 2 states of your website. These 2 states can be smaller things, such as 2 items that swap places, or a full layout change, such as seen in this demo. The trigger for the state change can be done through script, by calling document.startViewTransition, or by navigating from one page to another after opting in both pages using CSS. Yes, you can have view transitions by simply clicking a link.
We need to talk about its building blocks, which are popover and anchor positioning. Not only are these features the underlying tech behind the customizable selects, but because of their primitive nature, they can do so much more. So first, let's talk about the drop-down list itself, that floating box of options. You need it above everything else in the UI, easy to dismiss, and manage focus when it opens. And customizable select leverages the super useful Popover API.
And Temu, which is an e-commerce company, has been setting the bar when it comes to applying these new primitives to their full potential. And they've seen some really strong gains. After launching their integration with the multi-page application view transitions API, it's a bit of a mouthful to say all that. They saw user session duration increase by 10% and user page views increase by 15%. And they've also been internally testing a slew of new APIs, including carousels, popover, anchor positioning, and also custom select. And they've observed improved page performance and a reduction to about 10 to 15% on CPU load. I just think these new UI features are awesome, and the web is actually becoming more stylish and responsive every single day.
Which brings me to the magic of Interest Target. If you saw the developer keynote, you saw this in action. This is an early stage origin trial feature, so know that it is subject to change, but it really packs a lot of power. And you can try it out today by turning on experimental web platform features in Chrome Canary using the flag. Interest invokers bring you the power of declarative popover actions, but instead of relying on a click to open the button, the user instead shows interest, such as a hover for pointer devices, tab navigation with keyboard, or long press on touch screens.
But the platform is changing far more rapidly today than it ever has done. If we take a look at the platform as a whole, the truth of the situation is that features are going from one browser to available in all browsers much more quickly than ever before. This chart shows the median number of days for CSS features and how that's dropped over time. And then there's Cascade Layers, which is now baseline widely available. This launched in Firefox in February 2022, and in just over a month, it was also available in Safari and Chrome, making it baseline newly available.
These features, the vast majority of which are now available in Chrome Stable, and this represents a fundamental shift. They empower us to build complex UI patterns in a way that's more accessible, more performant, more efficient, using the power of declarative CSS and HTML. This means less code craft, better performance, built-in accessibility, and more time for you to innovate and focus on the fun stuff.